Well, hello guys, it's crowrocks here today, and just bringing you a little bit of an update. Tomorrow we're going to be they're going to start releasing some like featured banners. It's going to be kind of a theme, and the first one is going to be the core banner. So, the community's been really wanting, um, like a dedicated banner, probably more towards like a dedication towards like specific modules instead of like a theme of modules. Um, so I'm thinking that this might be the best we're going to get as far as rate up goes. Um, and then why does it matter? So especially for this first one that's coming out tomorrow, which is December 21st. Um, Especially when it comes to between like tournaments and farming, it's hard to not hard. Basically, you want a dedicated set of stats, on the specific modules that you're using on, whatever it is. So it'd be like you want harmony conductor, let's say, for example, for a farm, and you also maybe want a harmony connector also for tournaments. So ideally in that kind of scenario, you would have one that you rolled for tournament and one that you rolled for farming. And the most common application nowadays is when it comes to Dimension Core. Especially high-end farming, everyone wants two Dimension Cores, one for tournament, one for farming, so they can have their dedicated stats on whichever one they're using. And yeah. So the rate of it's not going to be a good banner for everybody. And I'm just going to jump into my own modules and we'll just take a look at this. So this is what it looks like, obviously, once you've got a 5-star of every single one of them. But let's say I was able to hold off. Maybe before they made the changes, I rolled up to a 4-star Dimension Core. If everything else is 5-star, I would have a 50% of rolling Dimension Core. So if you are in that scenario and you can roll up like a full secondary version of Dimension Core, this banner's probably not going to be all that great for you. But if you screwed up or you rolled a 5-star Dimension Core before that feature was released, which was the case that I went through, this upcoming banner is probably your best bet at getting those extra copies of Dimension Core. Or if just in general you're like, okay, maybe you're a newer player and you're like, okay, I really want to have a better chance of maybe rolling a G comp. Maybe that's the biggest thing that you need. You can wait till whatever that rate up banner is and roll for that. But I'm kind of mentioning on, especially if you're trying to get a secondary Dimension Core up and running for like a future build, and just, I guess, kind of a reminder, make sure that you don't auto merge up to 5-star Dimension Core if possible, so that you can keep that higher rate, so you can get that, subsequent copies much easier. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. It really sucks. And there's a few people that I know that have made that mistake. They rolled up to 5-star, and now this is probably going to be your best bet at actually getting additional Dimension Cores rolling on this banner. So if you're in that boat like I am, maybe some of your Christmas money is going to disappear to this banner. Foreshadowing. And then talking about that also, Don't forget to, when you go to the web store, use my creator code crowrocks, because a good chunk of that also goes into funding giveaways, and I'll be doing a giveaway whenever we get either like a, or at least last year we got a Christmas like deal banner kind of thing, um similar to Black Friday but a little bit different. So I'm planning on doing something similar to what I did with Black Friday, but I have a little bit more that I can spend this time on that for that giveaway. If there isn't any sort of special that's going on, then probably like for New Year's I'll just do a stone pack giveaway. So kind of an update on that. And then I've been making a whole lot of videos recently. I've been testing because tier 19 and tier 20 can be kind of a nightmare to farm. There's a lot of wheels and cogs, and not everyone's game is going to perform the same. So I'm just trying to gather as much information, as many layers of information as I possibly can, to give you guys the best update as far as, looking into the future. What might you need going into tier 19 and tier 20 farming? And just a spoiler on that, because ultimate fasts make things a nightmare as far as trying to juggle things at low end range that we're typically farming enemies at. Anyway, yeah, short video, just kind of give you a heads up on that. Just again, careful on rolling, like, or at least not the rolling part, but the merging, the auto merge. Don't merge up to 5-star dimension core if you can. Maybe a few of them, like Harmony Conductor, you might also want to hold off on, or Primordial Collapse, or anything that you think might be useful in the future as far as, you want a second copy of, one for farming and one for tournament. Other than that, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful set of holidays, and I'll catch you later.